Hello, money makers. I would like to personally thank you for jumping on and having a look at this video. This is an introduction to our money blueprint, which we have been working for over the past couple of weeks to be able to provide you with information and resources that can help you understand how to generate a passive income successfully. So without any further ado, I'd like to begin by telling you guys who this blueprint is for exactly. So this is for people who are unsure how to proceed forward in the affiliate marketing world. This is also for people who want to learn the correct ways of making money online, who are currently looking to generate a passive income online, who are tired of their 9 to 5, and who are looking for ways or a particular way to generate additional income. This is also for people who are not sure how and what type of products to use that will make them money online. So who this blueprint is not for. Now, the reason why we included this in here because it is very important for you guys to understand exactly the type of people that will benefit from this type of blueprint and this blueprint specifically. So this is not for people who are not serious about what they're doing and who shouldn't even try to attempt any of the information that we have provided you in this blueprint. This is also if you're not dedicated and devoted to succeeding, and especially if you are lazy. So I would say if you are one of these people that is just expecting an easy income and just planning on sitting back and relaxing and letting everything work for them right away, it's just not for you. So I suggest just shut this down now and just leave, because this is definitely not going to help you. If you're not willing to put the work in, then this will absolutely not help you in any way, shape or form. If you can't see the project through to the end, then again, there's no point in you actually even starting this, because it will not help you. If you're planning on just starting something and expecting to just be posting links on Facebook, etc., then I suggest you just leave now, because it's not going to help you in the least. Also, if you're not willing to put in the work, then you might as well stop, because if you have this passion to succeed, you will need to use that passion, otherwise it's just not going to work for any of you. Right, now, what can the money blueprint do for you? This blueprint will teach you how to mold your mind to become successful. It will teach you how to look and overcome obstacles with ease and how to transform them into something beneficial to you. It will also show you how to drown out the noise of the day-to-day and how to block out the negativity which surrounds us all basically on a daily basis. It will also show you how and what type of tools to use to be able to create what is needed to be successful to achieve your goals. And last but not least, it will open your eyes to the core values you may have and need to use to be successful in this particular field. Part 1 stands for M. M stands for mindset, which is also equal to motivation. Now, why is mindset important? I'll tell you why, because mindset in general is always going to be the first step in doing anything. It doesn't matter if it's trying to create an online business or if you have a brick and mortar business. It really doesn't matter. The fact is, you would need to have the correct mindset to be able to achieve or even start that type of project. So if you don't have the correct mindset when you're starting out in this business, then you will simply not succeed and you will fail more or less immediately. Motivation is key throughout the entire process. Without it, failure is inevitable. Now, if you just stand back for a moment and actually think about this, you will understand how important this message is. To me personally, this message is absolutely fundamental in doing anything. If you're not motivated to succeed, what's going to happen? You're just going to fail. You're not going to be able to push through any sort of barriers that come your way, which we're going to speak about in a second. So having the mindset to stay motivated is what will help you achieve your long-term goals and help you become successful in any and all ventures ahead. No matter what happens, you have to believe that you will be successful, and if you believe you're going to be successful, you will become successful. That's the whole reasoning behind the mindset equals motivation, because if you don't have the right mindset, it won't create the motivation you need to succeed. Failure is not the end, it's the opportunity for a new beginning. Now, this will always be the case because with every failure, there lays a lesson. You know, a lot of people will try something and they'll fail, and they'll try something and they'll just give up because they start seeing that pattern. If you work through that, if you push through that, you will see how important those lessons are for you and what they can actually do for you. If you start transforming those failures into lessons, you will see how they will actually help you in the future. So how can you create a successful mindset? One is focus. The key element behind a successful mindset is focus. If you're focused, you will always have your goal in your sights. Okay, so you need to have that focus. You need to hold on to that focus. You need to remember what that focus means to you and how you can use it. Determination. Be determined to succeed. Determination will be the fundamental tool needed for your success. And this is true in anything that you do. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're trying to get to a certain goal, you will need focus and determination to be able to get there. The last one is drive. You have to be driven. Don't discourage yourself from reaching your goals. The moment you start discouraging yourself, whether it's comparing yourself to other people or their achievements or whatever, you will fail. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be real with you guys for a second. It's going to be hard, but if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it, right? Otherwise, what's the point? Part 2 is obstacles. Obstacles equal opportunity, and I will explain that to you right now. So, obstacles, to me personally, are lessons in life designed to make us stronger and smarter. The reason behind that is that most of the time when we look at an obstacle, we see it as a barrier. Now, that particular barrier is always going to seem like it's something that you cannot get past, and you will if you learn the fundamentals of how to break that barrier down, which is what we're going to speak to you guys in a little bit about. So don't look at obstacles as a barrier, but more so as an opportunity to become better and more successful. Throughout your affiliate journey, you will come across a lot of obstacles. The moment you start seeing them as opportunities, you will be able to overcome them with absolute ease. So, now what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about how you can break those obstacles down. These are 3 very simple ways that you can use this information to be able to deal with any obstacle. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, okay? So just bear with me. Number 1 is assessment. Whenever you are faced with a problem, you need to stop and examine the problem. I would say, fundamentally speaking, you don't want to spend any more than 5% of your time figuring out exactly what the issue is. Number 2 is the plan of action. The plan of action consists of dissecting the issue into sections and see how and why exactly it is stopping you. Creating a little bit of a workaround or a solution which will help you overcome the issue. I'd say spend roughly about 45% of your time on this particular step, because if you actually spend any more time than that, you will be losing time, and that's exactly what you don't want to do. Okay? Number 3 is implementation. By now, you know exactly what the issue is and also have a plan on how to overcome that obstacle. Now it's time for you to put the plan into action. And yes, this unfortunately will require 50% of your time to implement, because at this moment, like I said, to do a quick recap, you've assessed the problem, you know exactly what the problem is, you've devised a plan on how to actually deal with the issue, and at this moment in time you need to actually apply the plan that you've created to do exactly that. These 3 simple steps will help you overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. Part 3 of this blueprint is noise. Noise is also negativity. Now, in some cases, you will find that a lot of the noise comes from 2 sides, really. Noise is also known as distractions, which inevitably is actually your worst enemy, as it also leads back to procrastination. Now, for those of you that don't know what procrastination is, it's the action of delaying and postponing something. So whenever you're doing something, say you've got to the stage where you've got the drive, you've got the determination, you've got everything that you need to be able to move forward, you start falling back in your own ways. Okay, whether that's, jumping back on Netflix to watch a quick episode or something like that, or putting the TV on, watching the news, whatever the circumstances, you are using all of these things unwillingly to be able to get yourself out of the mindset that you've worked so hard to achieve, which is exactly what you want to try and avoid if you want to truly be successful. I want to speak to you guys about the negativity for a moment. Negativity can come from two places. One is internal, which means it comes from within you, and you have external negativity. Internal negativity is the worst possible thing that can happen to you because it creates doubt. And also because it creates doubt, it creates self-sabotage. You end up in a situation where you're starting to think to yourself, oh my god, am I actually going to be able to do all this? Is this like too much information for me to take in? All of these things that I have to get through and do to be able to be successful, and then the self-doubt starts to happen because you then start thinking about how you're not going to be able to achieve this, how you're going to start finding reasons how not to do something, how not to get to the goal which you so desperately want to get to. Now, the external negativity is outside influence and doubt created by people who surround you or who will doubt you at times, and even people who you tend to see or compare yourself to. And I'll give you a quick example. So, to be able to be successful, you have to surround yourself with successful people. Now, unfortunately, that in itself will create some sort of external negativity because of the fact that you will start comparing yourself to those people. Okay, and there's going to be a few points which we're going to speak to in a minute about, which will show you exactly how not to do that and what to do to be able to avoid that. But unfortunately, it is something that you're going to have to use a lot of control to be able to avoid, and I'll explain to you about that in a second. So here are ways, very simple ways that you can use to block out the noise. Number one is focusing on your goals. By doing this, you will regain control on your objectives. Number two, don't take things at face value, and this is exactly what I was just talking about. Okay, other people's circumstances are not yours, therefore they're out of your control. It's easy to see results others have, but don't forget that these results come at a price as well. Now, you will never really see the type of sacrifices that those people have had to make to be able to have the things that they have right now that you are seeing and therefore taking at face value. It's easy to forget that sometimes, unfortunately, because our minds are not programmed to think that way. Number three is stay positive. Positivity will lead you to the finish line every time. Okay, if you stay positive, if you try and avoid the self-doubt and try and use the focus and not take things at face value, you will stay positive. Okay, number four, and most importantly, like I just mentioned, you need to try and avoid negativity. Easier said than done, I know, but at times it's an absolute must if you want to be successful. Remember that people who are doing more will never judge you. Only people who are doing less will judge you, because unfortunately they will envy you, they will be jealous, etc., etc. And you may have found yourself at one point or another being in those people's shoes. So part four is experience, which is also gained by experimentation. Experience is gained through experimentation, errors and failures. Now, what do I mean by that? Don't be afraid to experiment. Failure is not final. It's an essential stepping stone on your way up the ladder to success. Experience is gained with time and with extensive experimentation. What may work for others may not work for you, and unfortunately you will have to determine what that is, because at times you will just have to run a trial and error basis. Whatever you're doing, it will just have to happen that way. I've done it. Everyone else that's been successful has done it. Nobody's got successful overnight. They've come across a lot of failures in their lifetime that they've had to personally experience for them to be able to learn from and gain that experience. Trying new things, processes and programs will help you learn quicker than doing nothing at all and expecting to gain riches overnight. The quicker you understand that no one became rich overnight, the quicker you will already be one step ahead of the competition. This is quite vital and quite important, so try and remember that. Last part of our blueprint is why. What is your why? To me personally, this is one of the most important parts of this blueprint, because without your why, you will never have the drive, focus and determination to succeed. You always need to know why you're doing this. What are the reasons behind what you're actually trying to do? So, like I mentioned, why are you doing this? This should overall be your main focus point at any given time throughout your affiliate journey. Keeping your focus on your why is going to help you reach your goals faster and with much ease. Your why is one of the key points that should fuel your journey to success. Understanding why this is important is what will give you the advantage over others who are trying to achieve exactly the same thing. Reasons behind your why. It doesn't matter what they are, whether it's financial freedom, whether it's paying off your debt, whether it's buying your dream car or dream home, it doesn't matter. It could even be creating a passive income, or it could even be a much needed holiday. So just to do a quick recap, M is for mindset, which also equals motivation. This is getting into a successful state of mind, motivating yourself to succeed. Number 2 was obstacles, which is opportunity. How to transform obstacles into opportunities. Number 3 was noise, which also equals negativity, blocking out the internal and external noises. Number 4 was experience, which is experimentation, which also means to gain experience. Experimenting to gain experience is going to be quite vital in this particular process, mainly because you're not going to be able to learn if you don't try new things. And number 5 was your why, your reasons to succeed. So you want to have a quick recap of everything that we have shown you in this blueprint. This is going to help you achieve a lot more, a lot quicker, if you follow these particular steps. So you have the mindset, which will provide you with motivation. You have to stay motivated to be able to have the correct mindset. Without those two, you're just going to miss out on the other steps, which are just not going to work for you. Obstacles equal opportunities. Now, as long as you can see an obstacle as an opportunity, it will never be a barrier that you cannot cross. You have noise, which can equal negativity. A lot of noise, a lot of people around you that will be doubting you. There's going to be a lot of people that are, wondering why you're doing what you're doing, or may not possibly even understand your reasons behind it all. Number 4, like I mentioned, experience, which is gained through experimentation. And why. What is your why? Why are you actually doing this? This is something that you need to try and remember. I really hope that this blueprint has been helpful to you guys. Shoot us any sort of messages or comments in regards to this if you feel that we've missed out on some stuff, or if there's anything that isn't quite clear for you, and we'll do our very best to try and help you out. So we wish you guys a very good day and a lot of success. Stay motivated, money makers. That's the most important thing. Stay motivated.